Hi everyone, I welcome you all for this video lecture series. Today we are going to discuss about context-free grammar. Myself, Shankar. Let us see introduction about context-free grammar. Um, for context-free grammar, there are four important components in a grammatical description of a language. The components are terminals, non-terminals, start symbol, and production. So totally four components are very important for defining a grammatical description of a language. Let's see what is terminal, what is non-terminal, and what is start symbol, and what is production. First, see what is terminals, right? There is a finite set of symbols that forms a string of language is being defined. We call this alphabets are the terminal or terminal symbols. Next, non-terminals. There is a finite set of variables. There is a finite set of variables. Also, sometimes we call these set of variables as non-terminals. And the third one is start symbol. Start symbol. Start symbol is one of the variable represents the language is being defined. It is called start symbol, right? So you should remember the word called. It's one of the variable, right? It's one of the variable represent the language being defined is called start symbol, right? So here we have a set of finite symbol, right? Right. Second point, there is a finite set of variables. These finite set of variables we called as non-terminals. From the variable, from the finite set of variables, we have one variable that is represented as start symbol, right? Yes. And next, fourth one is productions, right? So there is a finite set of productions or rules that represents the recursive definition of the language. It's very important. This recursive definition is important, right? There is a finite set of productions or the finite set of rules that represents the recursive definition of a language. And next, we'll see actually, we know very well what is terminal. We can we know that what is terminal, what is non-terminal or variables, and what is start symbol. These are all we know that. So the new one is production. What is production? Right, that we need to know. The production consists of variables. Right, the production consists of variable that is being defined by the production, and this variable often called the head of the production. And we have a symbol for represents the production. That production symbol is like arrow mark. And third one, a string of zero or more terminals. A string of zero or more terminals and variables. This string called body of the production that represents one way to form string in the language of variable of the head. And let's see how we are defining grammar. So far what we had discussed is what are the components we have used to define a grammar, context-free grammar, right? So let us see how we are defining a context-free grammar, right? So the context-free grammar G denotes the symbol G. Context-free grammar denotes the symbol called G. It represents with four components. That's recently we discussed that variable, terminals, productions, and start symbols, right? So it's expressed or represents like this: G equal to VT PS. So obviously, what is V? V is variable, T is terminal, and P is set of productions, and S is start symbol. The start symbol is one of the set of finite variables or non-terminals, right? Yes. And let's see one example how we are defining this grammar, right? It means that context-free grammar. Yes. The example is the grammar GPAL. Actually, G represents context-free grammar. GPAL in the sense grammar for palindrome. Okay. So the grammar, context-free grammar, GPAL for the palindrome is represented by it is given look like this. Right. So in this case, we know that generally the context-free grammar consists of four components. That is variable. The first component is variable, second component is terminal, third component is production, and the fourth component is start symbol. So as per this, we are expressing the context-free grammar with the following way, right? So what is the first one? The first one is variable. So in this case, the first is P. So P is variable. The second what we have, the second component we have 0, 1. So it is a finite set of non-terminals. Sorry, terminals, right? Non-terminals are variables. Terminals are 0, 1. Right? And next, start symbol. Start symbol, we have last one, right? The last one is P. So P is start symbol and the production is A. A is production. So here, recently what we have discussed, the production is consist of variables and production symbol, uh, and then non-terminal combination of variables like that we had discussed recently, the three topics, right? You just listen here. Once again, I'm repeating how the productions are. The productions are look like this, right? The variable that is being defined by the production. This variable is often called head of the production, and the production symbol will be look like this. And the string is defined by the productions, maybe 0 or more terminals and variables. This string is called the body of the production, represents one way to form the string in the language of the variable of head, right? That is actually we recently discussed, right? Yes. Okay, so as per the example given, we have retrieved the variable, terminal, start symbol, and production, right? But production we have given look like a symbol A, but it is not a complete definition or a complete production. It's a set of rules, right? We need to define the rules. So that is actually given here, right? So let us see what is our grammar is given as palindrome, right? The string length may be 0 or 1 or more than 1. So there are many possibilities are there for the palindrome string. So this production gives, right? It is variable. This is production symbol and this is your 0 or more terminals, right? Third point you should remember, 0 or more terminal. If this is represents null string, empty. So empty string in the sense. However, we know that what is palindrome? Palindrome in the sense, if we have a string, original string, if reverse the string, it should be the same, right? The meaning, not meaning, it should give the same string, right? Then it called as palindrome. So if it is null string, there is no problem. But whenever we are reverse, we will get null string only. So obviously this is palindrome. Next, 1, length of 1. So variable production is 0. Non-terminal is, sorry, terminal is 0. So the string length is 0. If we reverse, this is also gives 0. Okay. So reverse is also same. Obviously palindrome. And next 1. If we are giving 1, if we are reverse this one, the output is also 1. So yes. So these two are the length with 1 and this is the length with 0. Okay, if you want to create the string more than 1, length is greater than 1, then what we will do, right? For that also we need to create a set of rules. So here initially they have 0 and we have a variable or non-terminal called P. Again we have 0. There are many possibilities are there for creating the string. The first string we can replace, non-terminal or variable we can replace, but terminal we cannot able to replace. Here 0 and 1s are terminal, we cannot able to replace, but variable we can replace. Variable or non-terminal we can replace. So the P is actually non-terminals. We can replace this P as this empty string. If we have replaced this as empty like this, right, the final string is look like 0 because this will be empty, no, so this is not required. So finally 0. If we have reversed this, we will get the same string. So it is palindrome. And next possibility, we can replace this with 0, right? So this we can replace with 0. Then what we will get? 0, 0, 0. You just reverse this. Instead of P, I have I have replaced with 0. So what we will get? This is also, the reverse is also same palindrome. Instead 0, we can replace 1 also. Then what we will get? 0, 1, 0. What will be the output? Same, right? So this is also palindrome. Even we can replace the same production also. For example, 0, instead of P, I can replace 0, P, 0 and 0 also. If we reverse the same, this P also we can again once again replace. What we can replace? 0, 0. Instead of P, we can replace this or this or this or this. Whatever you want, you can replace. I replace this one once again. So what I will get? 0, P, 0. I replace. The remaining two zeros are there. So again it will be 0. Again we can, because what I said, it is recursive, right? While we have discussed introduction itself, I have noticed one point. Recursively we define, right? Yes. So again we can replace this P. If this P is replaced with this null string, what we will get? 4 6 zeros here, 3 6 zeros we will get. So what will be the output? Same output. Then it will be palindrome. We can replace, instead of null 0 0 also we can replace. Then 7 zeros, if we reverse the same, instead of 0 we will replace 1 also. Then what we will get? 0 0 0 1 0 0 0. What will be the output? Same output. Then this will be palindrome. So this is another production rule. The same thing for 1P1 also. So what happened? This P we can replace as 0P0 or 1P1. Whatever we have replaced, the output will be same. For example, you just see 1, 1P1. If I replaced this variable with this production, what I will get? 1, 0, P, 0, 1. You just reverse, we will get palindrome. In this P, we can replace with 1P1 or 0P0, 1 or 0 or this null string. We will get the same, right? So here what I will do is, once again, I will replace 1P1. You just see 1, 0, 1, P, 1, 0, 1. You just take a reverse, the output is palindrome. Instead of this P, I replace just 0. Then what happened? 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. If you reverse this also, you will get palindrome. So the possible productions are P production null string, P production 0, P production 1, P production 0, P0, P production 1, P1. Right? So we can get any length of string recursively that we should define, and we will get the production. So as of this, we will get variables that are already given in the question itself, right? The variable is P and the terminals are 0, 1, and the start symbol is also P. You just remember why the start symbol is P, because what we had discussed is the start symbol is the one of the variable of finite set of variables that we discussed in the introduction itself, right? So that's why the P becomes the start symbol. Production is not given, that we need to define. That also we recently defined how the productions are. I hope you something observed how we are defining a context-free grammar, right? Thank you all for watching this lecture series.